Good morning, everyone. Today's we are going to discuss a new topic, that is basic metabolic pathways or the biogenesis of secondary metabolites. Before we studying the metabolic pathways, we should know about the introductory part of the secondary metabolites. So come to the point. Actually, plant phenolics are biosynthesized by numerous ways, and therefore it constitutes a heterogeneous group from a metabolic point of view. The two basic pathways involved are the stigmic acid pathway, and number 2 is the malonic acid pathway. Actually, the stigmic acid pathway involved itself in the biosynthesis of most plant phenolics, and the malonic acid pathway is an important source of phenolic secondary products in fungi and bacteria, but to a lesser extent in higher plants. So, now come to the point. During the photosynthesis reaction, light is used to generate chemical free energy, which is stored in ATP and NADPH. Carbon dioxide comes into the stroma of the chloroplast through the stomata of the leaves. During the dark cycle, it uses this energy to convert carbon dioxide and water into organic compounds. The enzyme Rubisco catalyzes the binding of carbon dioxide to Rubisco catalysis like a 5-carbon compound to create an unstable carbon molecule that immediately split into 3 carbon molecules of 3-phosphoglycerate. One molecule of ATP is used to produce an ADP and an inorganic phosphate PI. After this, 1,3-biphosphoglycerate is reduced by NADPH, and the molecule then accepts up a proton to become glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, and the NADPH is oxidized during the process to NADPH proton. Actually, in the following equation, the chemical species like phosphates and carboxylic acid exist in the equilibria among the various ionized state as governed by the pH. Okay. Now come to the basic metabolic pathway. Number 1, this is starting from the sugar. Sugar is also known as carbohydrate. So it converts simple carbohydrate precursor derived from glycolysis and the pentose phosphate pathway to the aromatic amino acid like L-phenylalanine, L-tyrosine and L-tryptophan. Stigmic acid is an intermediate product in this pathway, and it is present in plants, fungi and bacteria, but not found in animals. Okay, as animals do not synthesize these phenylalanine, tyrosine and tryptophan amino acids, these are classified as essential nutrient in animal diet. Natural products derived from stigmic acid range in complexity from the various simple products like vanillin, used primarily as a flavoring agent, salicylic acid, the precursor of aspirin, lawson, to a more complex natural products like lignin, lactone, podophyllitoxin. Stigmic acid pathway also generate cinnamates, anthralanates, common phenyl propanide in essential oil including methyl curcumin, methyl isoenol, methyl cinnamate, vanillin, lignin and flavonoids. Okay, this is the basic metabolic pathway of the secondary metabolites. Actually, it involves the TCA cycle also, which is in the first step of the TCA cycle, the methyl carbon of acetyl coenzyme is allowed to condense with the keto carbon of oxaloacetate to produce citrate. Glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate is combined to fructose, or fructose is then rearranged to create glucose. Fructose and glucose then undergo dehydration and form a glycosidic linkage to create the disaccharide sucrose and water. Sucrose is then transported throughout the plant. This is the after the TCA cycle is divided into two types like methonyl coenzyme A and acetyl coenzyme A. It produced methylonic coenzyme A. After the methylonic coenzyme A, it is converting into the fatty acids, which also known as about the lipid. Fatty acids are also known as the lipids. And number 2 is acetyl coenzyme A is converting into the malvodonic acid, which is also known as the steroids and isoprenoid. This is the basic metabolic pathway. Thank you.